do you think that that's, I mean, in terms of being booked, do you think that that has to do with favoritism and who they're working with, or do you think it has to do with professionalism and how
I
they're
think it's,
approaching venues? Because I think, you know, at least in me and Sarah's experience, I don't feel like we have necessarily had people that favorite us in terms of who they hit up, but they know that we're gonna contact them professionally about getting a show, and that they'll at least be able to guarantee a strong
promoters
show.
know who to book because they see the draw.
Ow,
from
ow,
that
ow.
artist. They see the crowd they bring. They know they could.
Shit, I gotta go through.
So, you know, let's get them on the stage so we can get this show really popping. And if it's a big artist that's, headlining the shows, like, if you get to open up for them, that's just giving you a lot more.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really any favoritism. I think it's just a matter of being the one to go out there and say, hey, you know, I've done this, I've done that, like, here's my job.
And that's exactly how we approach it. We, you know,
Not personally,
There's
there's all
not-
kinds of different promoters, you know, Pueblo, Springs, Denver, all over, so.
a lot of you personally don't, but I mean, honestly, it's 85% of the people that hit us up for shows is, hey, put me on.
Yeah. They can't, yeah.
And,
They'll
that's,
literally put in Facebook posts exactly what you need to do, and instead, they'll be like, I'm good, bro. I've done like 10 fucking shows, so I don't know why you wouldn't pick me, like the craziest shit.
no,
And literally just how unprofessional they communicate or present themselves is why they
It's 'cause
don't
people
get
are
the
hungry,
chance.
but they don't have anything to back it up. Like,
Right.
You know, they can't even tell you what an EPK is, or they don't have the merch or anything to take to the show with them to get that following, you know what I mean? Like, they're not putting out the content consistently to where people can follow them, look for their music on all these different platforms. That's why right now with Starting Wednesday, that project, you know, putting out videos, you know, right now we're just kind of filming and, you know, getting little cuts to put together as a montage, you know, little TikTok videos if we're out, you know, at an event, or if we're out, you know, at a party or show or whatever it may be, just getting little clips, putting it together, hashtagging, you know, putting the names out there, you know, follow them. 'Cause whenever we do events, you know, we're over there, we got our Indigo booth set up, we're telling people about, you know, our product and our brand. And, you know, I'll look at Instagram the next day and we got a few more followers, you know what I mean? So it's always awesome to get the word out there and, you know, get people to come check out our stuff.
oh, most definitely, especially if you've
Whether
been
it's
doing it for,
music or whatever.
yeah, especially for, you know, when you're doing this for a long time, you know what I mean? I mean, for years, you do it without getting any type of following or like, you know, visual progress. So you finally see, you know, anything come to fruition in that sense, it's definitely rewarding. Starting Wednesday, do you think with where you are, like, where you're like, in position where, you know, obviously, presentation is dope, you have, you know, stickers, you have videos, you have strong people behind you promoting your stuff, and you think that you are kind of in a position to be a little bit more ahead of the game in some of your position right now?
I hope so. It's just the marketing is the part I never figured out. I can do the music, but yeah, it's just about getting people behind it and getting organic followers. But there's just so much like stuff, like alternatively, like the alternative music scene is so big right now. There's just so much different shit, and like people with like all these, you know, thousands and millions of followers, like people have never heard of, but they're huge. And it's just like just trying to reach people. I think is the hardest part.
Instagram even blocks artists now, like just like flyers and different things like that. They just don't get the exposure that they used to. And for like somebody like him or even DJ, you know, it's harder to like get that reach than it was, you know, 10 years ago when they had, there was no rules.
For sure.
And people were like connecting because of creativity and like like-minded fucking people, and like, you know, now it's harder.
Yeah.
Right, because people's, not only
It's
people's,
restricted.
I feel like Vine and TikTok has changed people's, you know, attention span to under a fucking 45 seconds. So now, you know, record labels are going off of TikTok for who they want to sign or who they think is the next big thing, which is wild for people that spend their whole lives creating things and songs
On other
that
platforms.
are longer than a minute.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
feel
mean?
like
So-
back in Instagram's heyday, his shit would pop, you know, like pop up
Dude,
organic
you just put
followers.
certain hashtags, and then
Yeah.
boom, right away, you had,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna tell you a little secret that I did, they're on the trending days and times, I would go back every time and put the same hashtags, and it acts as if it's a new post every time. So it generates more followers, more likes, more interaction, and all that stuff. When I went back to it, cause same thing, that was heyday, you know, even all the way up until like 2018, that was working. But then shit started changing, like you said, more shit being restricted, and so it limited us. And then I don't even know how the fuck to get people in that bitch now. I really don't. I have no
we get
idea.
flagged for sales of illegal goods constantly, just cause we're a
Just because it's
cannabis
on fire
brand.
or around plants.
And I mean, we might not even, like, I've posted a video of our jar spinning around on a turntable and it had the little THC logo on there, and it fucking flagged us for the THC
See,
logo.
I know.
And it had, like, it zoomed in on it and was like, oh, this is like,
Yeah,
and it was spinning
something
around
about
on a
goods,
turntable
some-
going fast as fuck.
yeah.
Like,
And it still caught it.
and it still caught the little THC logo.
Yeah,
That's how
joke.
crazy the
They've
algorithms
cracked
are.
down on it. Yeah.
Insane.
It is though, and it fucks shit up for us, for what we all do.
Yeah, and it's
as
not
a-
just, it's like I said, it's not even just cannabis, it's anything, you know, like.
Mhm.
Well, what's wild is the level of sexuality that you're able to post on this platform.
I'll randomly
I mean,
see
to
bitches
really
pull asses
post-
out.
Well,
I'm
all of a
like,
sudden,
"That's
I've been
not
seeing
recording."
Just
chicks like
posting their
fucking
ass.
With my
breastfeeding.
fucking commie or a fucking.
Have you seen
wire
that?
That keep
nipple.
popping up, I don't know why, like, I don't even see, like, Instagram
Like
breastfeeding,
fucking
it's like,
breastfeeding
I'm
and
just like on the
shit
bus
like
and shit,
that.
people
It's
are like,
like,
I just
fucking
want
fucking
breastfeeding.
Right.
Dude, so
Or
bad.
like, you know, if you see some of these, you know, shock value videos, they can post it in a comment and they figured out that won't delete.
But oh no,
Yeah.
pictures of a cannabis plant though, fuck.
Is
this
out of
one,
there.
like,
Yeah,
Entirely,
both
yeah.
their fucking minds, so.
And I'm like, give us some leeway in
Are
a
you trying to
legal
make money off
state.
our platform?
You know what I mean?
The sad thing
Real.
is that, you know, everyone uses it now, so it's like we have to use it as a
Free branding.
Show
tool.
all the tits you
And
want.
it controls us when there should be another company come through and like do it right again.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I feel
They've
like
tried it,
comply.
but it doesn't stick, you know, and it's
Yeah.
Tried Instagram has stick through the years.
the social club or whatever. just-
I think Zuckerberg,
didn't worry
combining
about it.
Facebook with fucking Instagram in the bed is fucking really.
Zuckerberg just likes seeing ass on his platform.
Well, yeah, he's cool
That's
with
why I
fucking.
get a lot of people.
Right.
Like, as a
Nobody
cannabis
fucks with
company,
Facebook
they just,
really, so-
they just put us in all these boxes,
Yeah, it's just the
with,
same shit.
with like, you know, people slinging guns and Xanax and all that shit, and like, you know, that's the only followers we get, like 9 times out of 10. It's
Right.
like some fucking like weird trap account that's probably not even real.
Yeah.
100%. And even half the fucking people that fucking tag me are like, people that supposedly are graphic designers or like.
It's
you know,
always like,
like-
let me hope you're
Or
following,
someone from
bro.
Hot
I think it
97.
would be great
I
for
tried to get up for
branding.
more DJs from Hot 97. I think they
Hot
have
97
Hot
is out
97.
here, dude.
That's real shit.
Whoever started scamming with that is the
Whoa,
go. Cause
I
that's been
haven't seen
around
that
for
one
years,
yet.
dude. Hot 97 is,
Yeah.
shout out to scammers for Hot 97.
Deleted, I just delete all those.
Bro.
Oh, I don't even open it. That's where I'm at.
So
I got the
frustrating.
shit blocked, I ain't open it.
I don't wanna know what you're pitching.
No, we already seen it a million
I don't
times.
know who you are.
There's the cannabis designers too that pop in like, hey, do you need graphic design?
Yeah.
Right, right.
And it sends you the prices like you're ever gonna fucking respond.
Don't accept those cookies.
Real shit.
Yeah.
They're not real.
One thing I've always wondered why I really need to focus on to like put my music out there is like sync deals and getting a sync agent, cause like a lot of my should be like, oh, I can hear that movie, and so I've always wanted like that's one of those things to break through, cause like music and movies have such a deep connection.
Yeah.
You'll see a movie remind you of a song,
Yeah.
And
hear a
see-
song
Or
remind
just
you of a
music will
movie.
bring it to life.
Yeah, exactly, and like I wanna like be in like a movie at that critical moment, just like be, you know, like, oh shit, all of a sudden I get, you know what I mean, this song, like, you just blow up, like.
It's cool because now digital platforms are now offering you to pay, you know, an extra fee to really fucking help you do the sync licensing and actually pitch it out to people for you. But I know that previously it was hard to fucking, you know, well, not necessarily hard, but you had to do it separately from BMI or ASCAP, which is for a whole different entity in terms of.
Not just movies, but I have a homie who's on a video game, you know, I mean, the UFC video game, so it's crazy how just any little, you know, way you
Yeah,
can
the
get
NBA
your music
2K
out.
and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, for sure.
Annoying ass menu music. song ready, you know, they like that song and she's.
Could be a TV series, a commercial, like shout out Redwood County, they had that song, Elantra.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, pitch that to Elantra, they can play that in a commercial or something. You know?
Tony Hawk for the best soundtrack in my opinion of all time. Tony Hawk was their two soundtrack.
So you gotta mix everything.
Definitely.
Yeah, every song I hear from that video game, I just remind me of it, vice versa.
Definitely. Yeah, honestly, that's what I have been getting a lot more from the music I listen to lately, just nostalgia. I just fucking hope I can fucking find inspiration from that versus not depression. So it's like, damn, it's not like I'm gonna be older. While my appreciation for music from all the time I grew up is still there, I just feel like it's fading in terms of like deep interest in it, just because I'm trying to find my own sound in music that I'm creating, you know what I mean? So,
Tool. A lot of it, that's what separates the artist from the gimmick, you know, because the artist does it to find himself, to express himself, and the way it goes out, as opposed to somebody who just wants attention. You know, I'm not getting it. If I don't get the attention, I'm gonna still keep doing it, because I'm gonna listen to my shit. I need this, you know what I mean? So, no matter what, you just gotta keep grinding, and if you're not doing it for that reason, then you're not doing it for the right reason.
do you feel in your profession that you have competition in a sense, in terms of people trying to do the same thing you do, or, you know, working together to accomplish the same thing?
So I feel like, this day and age, spirituality is a little trendy. And I feel like it's just because things get kind of flipped, I say they get perverted in a way, in order for things that understand energy and the manipulation of it, to kind of flip it on its head to make it corny, to
Yeah.
make it cheesy.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because you see a lot of people, I mean, you guys are talking about, you know, seeing random things on your feed and stuff, you know, you always come across some people that are doing energy work over the screen, and,
Yeah.
you know, they're saying, I'll flip
They're
you
like,
a card and I'll connect with you, and I'm doing all these things.
I
And you
Really?
know what I mean? You would be
Yes.
surprised how many people are looking at that and sending these people stars, you know, they're sending
Yeah.
them money, they're sending them, you know, for these,
Healings, readings.
yeah, or
Like
whatever
Miss
it
Cleo
is,
back
because
in the day.
everybody
Yeah.
wants to
Miss
know, you know,
Cleo.
the magic 8 ball.
Yeah, for
We
real.
were all, we all.
Oh,
went-
no.
Right, I was all
doing
Miss
it
Cleo,
today.
straight up, and
Yeah.
she'll tell you some shit, you know? And so I kind of feel like now, like, the spirituality has gotten a little trendy in that fact, where, it's kind of watered down a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose the path that I choose, because I feel like with me, there is no competition.
Yeah.
There's no competition out here. All of us are going to be connected with the people that we need to be connected for our own personal evolution.
Yeah.
Basically, all of our souls are in these bodies are just a chapter of what we really are. You know, this is just a chapter, and so.
Multi-dimensional.
Exactly, and so, I look at it in that way, there's no competition, everything is energy, and if you're utilizing things, everything is energy, just like, you know, connecting right now, everybody's connecting with the cannabis and connecting with the energy of that.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a shift in your intention is going to change, you know, how
Just from
you,
exchanging energy with each other.
yeah, how you, your experience that you have during that exchange, everything's an energy exchange. So, no, I don't see it as competition, but I do see that there's some, you know, watered down aspects. There's a fine line between shamanism and sorcery.
Yeah, for sure.
Preach.
What you're doing it for is that line.
Yeah. You
If
can
you're
tell.
doing it for self-gain, you know, if you're doing things to the harm of none, you know, for the good of all, there's a different energy in that, you know?
You can tell when it's in the hands of the wrong people.
Yeah, you definitely can, and you know, my mission in just helping people and assisting people that come in contact with me is yeah, I mean, we can say, oh, whatever healing, whatever counseling,
I know.
whatever, I don't wanna go into my childhood traumas, that happened in my fucking childhood. But in all actuality, the reason for us doing that is because we are changing our DNA.
Yeah.
We are changing our lineage. And so they say when you heal and you walk that path, you're healing 7 generations behind you and 7 generations ahead of you. Like, that's fucking powerful. You know, you're doing things that your ancestors could never do. Self-expression.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Actually saying like, it's okay, you know, this is who I am, my authenticity. People couldn't do that.
No.
You know, so there's a lot of, we're honoring the people that have walked and carried them torches for us to be who we want to be.
Yeah.
So that's why I do what I do. And I feel like you said, when it comes to that competition aspect, if anybody's in it to one up somebody else, then you're not in it for the right reasons, which is the reason why, yes, I do spiritual work and energy work with people, but that is out of love, that is out of donation base. You know, if you bring me a bag full of sage, you know, and that's for that energy, you bring me something like that, that's what I'm providing. The thing that I look at for monetary gain is what I create, my organize, you know, things like that. If I'm creating you something, yes, of course, I'm looking for a monetary exchange. However, when it comes to something like that, me doing Olympia, like when you guys came to me,
Hell
when
yeah.
people come to me, them are in exchange of my energy, of my soul, of what I'm here to do. So I don't look at that as a monetary gain. Which is why right now I have went back to school for behavioral health therapy, because I want to change the way that we address trauma-informed care.
Yeah.
I want to change there's something missing in mental health. Like, yes, we can give you all of the things, we can give you the dots, but are you going really deep into the internal of why this happens? You know what I mean? There's so many studies showing that just a simple, whatever, childhood trauma, oh, well, I got over it, I'm grown up, how that will continue to repeat in your life.
Oh, yeah, and it's in your body.
You will have them experiences in different ways with different people, because you have to come to terms with it. I call it rewriting the story and going back and changing that aspect. Like I said, you're the creator of your own reality. Well, nothing is linear. Everything is happening right now in this moment, in every time, space, and dimension, and you can tap into them. Your mind has no fucking idea. If you're entertaining something in your head right now, that's where you're at. You're not in the present moment, because your mind has no idea what is imaginary and what isn't, right? So if you're tapping into all of these possibilities, all of these realities, all of these things that have happened to you, you can go back and you can rewrite that story. It won't change what happened, but you know what it'll change? It'll change the fucking energetic response from your body when you come in contact with another situation like that.
Absolutely.
The charge will be changed. Our nervous system is looking for that complete, you know, we have experiences, and what happens with trauma is the nervous system is unable to make a complete process, a complete understanding. In some way in that time, it got stopped, it got jolted, right? So what happens is, even in certain therapies these days, they take you back into the experience. Let's go back into the experience now. You fucking play it out the way that you want it to. Taking your power back, changing everything. That, like I said, it changes that energetic response in your body. And so that you can rewrite that story. We can rid ourselves from so many sicknesses, so many mental things that weigh down on our bodies and our minds and our souls and our spirits and our personal drive. And that's where you get to that authenticity. You know, who capped that? What kind of agreements did you make from the ages of 0 to fucking 7 that made you the person that you are? Whose agreements did you make? You know, we're raised by, well, you know, we have two that create us, right? So we get their agreements.
Yeah.
We get what they told us is right, what they told us is wrong. There's parts of us that are so imbalanced because we have taken other people's agreements as truth, fact to ourselves, you know? So just changing them little things is gonna change the chemical process in our bodies. It's gonna change the way we energetically respond. It's gonna change the way that we come into contact with specific people and how we deal with situations in our everyday lives. You know what I mean? So yeah, people can say, oh, it's just childhood trauma, it's just some bullshit that I experienced. But if you feel an emotional response inside of your body, whether you cry or not, some people don't cry. Some people get pissed, some people just, ooh, let's shut that down. Oh, let me take a shot, let me do a line. Exactly. And you change that, right? By stuffing it down. It's gonna come back. Yeah, it's gonna come back. I say everything that makes your heart heavy will float to the surface sooner or later. I don't don't know if you guys are familiar with like Egyptology or anything like that, but you think about, you know, Thoth, right? Me and you talk about that a lot. And you think about what they say, that when you die, your heart is weighed on a scale to a feather. So every night before I go to bed, I ask myself, what is fucking making my heart heavy? And what do I have to let go of? You know, because that's gonna sink your ass.
Yeah.
It's gonna sink you one day. And, you know, so
The
like
more
I
you
said,
actually work on that trauma, the more you have the capability to handle those triggering situations completely differently.
you take your power back.
Absolutely.
You know, you create your identity. That's what made me, but that's not who I am.
No, because hello baby, alchemy, you transmute it into something beautiful,
Right.
into something inspiring, into something that
Exactly.
makes you feel good instead.
Exactly.
Alchemizing your
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
Yes.
And what do you do by that? You break open them crystalline flows inside of your brain and you become
Shout
your
out, Nick.
authentic God self, you know, your God-like self, your expression of the creator, little pieces of creative. All we are is creators. We're little pieces of the creator. So I
Shout out
say,
creator.
you know, if there's something that's weighing on your heart, if there's something that keeps you, if you see the cycle, then make a choice to say, nope, cycle's cut. It ends right here. It doesn't have to go to my daughters. My daughters don't have to fucking battle the shit that I battled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Parent,
My
that's
babies
something
don't
you
have to,
think
my
about.
son doesn't have to feel that emptiness because I'm gonna fix that, right? And that's where it's at, because we're gonna have somebody's gonna come after us in order to live on our DNA, in order to live on our lineage, our blood, who we are, where our people came from, you know? So why not, if we're instilled with the knowledge and the power to fix it, why fuck not?
And you have to be around people that will encourage you to do
Yes,
so.
and like I say, if everything we say is right, if it's everything we agree is real, then why not make the best fucking agreement? Why make an agreement of density, of negativity, of shallow, you know what I mean? You guys were just talking about, like how there's so much restraints on social media. They're fucking knocking us down, they're taking us out. What if you didn't say that? What if you didn't even perceive that there was a threat at all? Would you experience the threat, or would you not? You never know until you entertain that reality, right?
719 magazine just stepped in. Shout out 719.
Okay.
Ebony.
Hey.
James.
Yeah.
No, that's
That's right.
She loves me.
No, I appreciate your insight on that. What would you, before we kind of
know,
jump
baby, but
into
I'm
a
so
different
excited.
subject,
Oh my
what
God,
would
who
you
makes-
recommend
Who makes
for people
loaves
that are kind
like
of stuck in
this?
that low,
I'm so
low
excited to
vibrational
hear
stand
that.
forward, or trying to break out
I'm
of it?
Martha Stewart.
Obviously, you can say all day like, hey, break out of it, cut the cycle. Okay,
It's
but
just bringing people out. Like tonight, I told him to come along with me just to get out there and kind of break that, you know, being, especially during this time of year, during the holidays, you know what I mean? And that might set off, you know, a trickle to where, you know, this might inspire him to do something else, you know,
That's
this time of
perfect.
year.
That's perfect,
Thank you
because
so
shout out to
much.
my OG Candace,
Merry
she
Christmas to you.
always just says to show up.
Right?
You're showing up. You're taking them steps to go where you're invited. The doors that are open for you, fucking walk through them. You're going to meet people that are going to take you to space, like we're talking about it right now. Yeah, and I know that even though, you know, we're having a bunch of different conversations, there's gonna be a little bit of something that you're gonna think about on your ride home. You know what I mean? There's gonna be that little bit of shift, and like I said, we're all stuck in the soup, so we all have this consciousness shift right now. There is a consciousness shift happening right now.
Shout out conscious.
Yes, oh yeah, that's my book. Look out for my book, that'll be written with
There you go, baby girl.
but yeah, I mean, if there's something there, just step into it, sit with that. Sit with that energy, sit with that shit. And then make a choice to shift them.
Yeah, I'm here.
Like he said, he takes all of the things that bothered you, that upset you or whatever, you put it on paper. You get it out. That is a way of alchemizing, of transmuting. That's what's so amazing about us as being humans, we can transmute. We're not solid. Things move through us. If you're sitting with it, then you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna sink. It moves through us. You can transmute anything.
here to
that comes
record?
through. And through testimony is the best way. Find
No, I'm
somebody
just
to
here to
talk
talk
to,
about my
find people
make
that
some
support
progress with
you,
my podcast. That's
get a
all. We
healing,
don't have to record.
link with me if that's something that you guys are interested
Were
in.
you talking to me, Zach?
Zach, any
Yeah.
of you guys here, you know,
Okay.
I'm more than open.
And
Yeah,
don't,
definitely. Oh, yeah,
I
would be
don't
honored.
smoke
It will
weed, so I'm
totally
probably gonna wait out
be
there.
completely
It's
completely
lit.
lit.
I understand.
Yeah, I see all of it. They're, you know, real big
Yeah,
believers in,
Just
you
wait out
know,
there,
all
we'll grab
that,
you, and we can go to a back room back here where it's a little more
you know,
comfortable.
but if you
Okay,
wanted to
yeah,
just
I'm
come
like,
by, you know
what's
what
up,
I mean,
dog?
and hang out, you know, something
Yeah.
like that.
Most definitely.
Hey
But
man, that's an invite for us too, y'all heard it here
All
first.
of us.
everybody,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna get
And seek
2
out
more
that
camera
person,
shots
you know,
just
that-
as examples, and I'll be real quick. I'll come grab you.
Not trying
We'll
to get
listen
out
to
there, you know,
this.
you
Alright,
know,
yeah,
real
'cause I'm
small
like, I'm about to
circle,
get
but
contact
this
time.
time of year, I'm like, no, I'm not
Hey,
gonna
sorry
be
about
down,
earlier.
I'm not gonna be all sad,
Miscommunication.
I'm gonna get out there.
I didn't No, mean to it's leave not it here. you, it's my daughter.
Connections, you
She's
know,
a junior.
do shit
And she's
that,
like, we
you
have a
know,
parent
like,
meeting, and you gotta be here at
not,
6.
you know, really thinking about it.
I didn't
just
know
not
about it until just
hesitating,
now.
just
I'm
getting
like,
out there
really?
and just going.
Just show up.
So she's on the basketball team.
Yep, exactly.
And when you show up, you're able to step into rooms that open more doors that you wouldn't have ever
I'll come
even
grab you.
seen or been around.
Yeah, that's like when you guys asked me to come back, I was like, when? Let's go. I'll be here every week now.
Yeah, hit it.
So our school is
So
supposed to be
thank you, yeah,
have
for
some
opening up that
conversation.
door to even, you know, for me to be able to show that because them are touchy situations and conversations that people, you know, a little uncomfortable to have, to think about that kind of stuff, but, I mean, it's real, and if we're living in the 5th dimension, y'all. You're seeing your manifestations happen so fast.
Yes, sir.
That's why you're seeing it happen so fast, because this is where we're at. The time is freaking now. It's now. It's not we're getting to heaven. Heaven is on earth. And it's up to us to see it. Like you said, you're in Pueblo and you say you certain people, you don't go to them certain areas, you don't experience that. The cool fucking thing is if we keep our frequencies high, we keep our vibrations high, you know what we're able to do? We're literally able to be in the shit without being part of the shit.
Oh, that's fine.
You can observe it, right? You're the observer of these things that are happening. So you can see the low densities and the reality, which we're gonna see because we're physical, right? This is duality. There's black, white, there's up, down, there's left, right, there's all the things, in, out, whatever you wanna say. All of them things exist. So in order for us to be in this physical reality, that's gonna happen. But the cool thing is you can just shift your vibration. You can choose to observe. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen or read the book, The Celestine Prophecies? No?
I wrote it.
So she wrote it, but there's also a movie, you can watch the movie, and what I like about this movie is it gives you a physical representation of what that looks like. During this movie, or this book, whatever, they are walking around in territory where they can be killed, right? The guy expresses to them, you keep your frequencies high. So they're literally walking around with soldiers all around them, and the soldiers can't fucking see them. I call it my Tupac glasses. You can't fucking see me, right? I can be in your area and all of the crazy shit that's happening, but you can't fucking see me. You can't fucking see me.
I can't even see it.
I can't even see it. Yeah, exactly, right? Shout out fucking to
No, I think whenever we get affliction out from the facility, we could have Charissa come out
And
and.
fucking bless the proper
Let's
Teresa.
have a double.
Because we would
Let's
love to
have a
have that in our
Yo,
facility,
you have
like I
to
said.
bless the facility while we perform at it.
I am, yes,
Dude.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
I do every time I walk in.
I spent 5 years now in Indico, so, you know, it's kinda like
She's
a
it's a
rebirth
natural.
phase, you know what I
I
mean?
don't have to try it. I
And I'm
drop
so
down and
excited for you guys to be
splash.
able to jump into the recreational game. I mean, you guys already do the thing in Pueblo, but this is, momentous for college students. Can't wait to see what comes from this.
That's exciting, man.
Most definitely. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna let everyone know where they can find us. We'll get some Starting Wednesday's music playing for y'all real quick. And, let me know here on He's Gone.
Podcast, baby.
It's your mommy and your daddy and your uncle and your auntie, baby. Come on.